Hello everyone, this is Men's here. I'm playing the T26E4 Super Pershing. I'm going to be doing some live commentary, so at times it might be a little bit difficult for me to talk and play at the same time. A lot of people like this tank and a lot of people hate this tank because if you do not know the frontal armor scheme, it can be very difficult to deal with and penetrate, and that'll lead a lot of people to hate it. But at the same time, if you do know the armor scheme, it makes the people who drive these Super Pershings hate it too, because there are definitely a lot of holes in the frontal armor. You can see a full weak spot guide for this on my website, wotguru.com. But overall, the armor scheme is very good in the front. At close range, the weak spots are very easy to hit on the turret, and the hull has a few weak spots too. Basically, this tank is built around armor. The gun is decent, but really the AP shells, while the DPM is good on the gun, the AP shells lack a little bit of penetration, so since you're slow and lack penetration, it is a little bit difficult at times to flank people, which leads to you using a bit of APCR, which can be quite expensive.
That's gotta hurt. We didn't even scratch him. Penetration.
Although this tank does have good gun depression, at times it's not very smart to hold down because there are a lot of weak spots on the turret, which he hit me straight on the mantlet, which is one of the stronger spots on the turret. Basically in this tank and tier 9 matches, I don't necessarily try to lead pushes, since you're kind of limited in damaging people unless if you want to fling APCR out, and also a lot of people just chew right through you and basically take you out. When I'm a top tank though, with primarily like tier 7 tanks in the battle, I'll be a little bit more aggressive.
We've got them.
See, the entire side of that Super Pershing on the enemy team is very weak.
We nailed it back. We've lost the track. We're immobilized. They're hit. One of our tracks is gone. We can't move.
I'm in a bit of a bad spot here, so I am going to start using a bit of APCR. Generally my rule is I try not to use it unless if I cannot penetrate or if I find myself in a pretty bad spot like this.
Penetration.
Which, even though the APCR is expensive, if you have a premium account, if you hit all your shots, you will still
Enemy
turn a
armor is
profit.
destroyed.
And due to the increased penetration, you basically go through anything except for something like an E75 easily.
They're hit.
Hesitant pushing too far up, since as you can see there, they're just still shooting my turret, which Even though I think that one was a HE shot, you can go through pretty much the whole top of the turret above that space armor. Another downside, even though it wasn't really apparent this game, since their artillery wasn't really a factor, is the Super Pershing is really vulnerable to arty, especially if they do not hit you in the front. Basically in the front, since it's space armor, you'll eat arty shells up pretty well. However, if they hit you anywhere else in the tank, you will be decimated.
That one didn't go through.
That's just because the Super Pershing is slow, big, and the side and rear armor, along with the top armor, is very weak. So a pretty decent game in the Super Pershing. I didn't use much APCR. As you can see here, it's still a pretty decent profit with a premium account. I got top 4 experience, and I did 1700 damage, which isn't too bad. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, wotguru.com.